1,000 flags will be set to honor this day. Our Riley Fitzgerald brings us a report this morning. And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jill Sperling. Jessica has the morning off. It is Memorial Day on this Monday, May 27th. Let's check in right away this morning on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, it's a beautiful start to our Memorial Day. What will conditions be like today?
Up later on this afternoon, Jill. It was on the cooler side this past weekend, highs in the 60s and 70s, but we will make it into the 80s later on today. We're starting off with plenty of sunshine out of our Kennewick sky cam early on this Monday morning, and we will see some of those mid and high level clouds stream in throughout the day. Our temperatures have now fallen to 48 in the Tri-Cities, 52 still in Walla Walla, 45 in Yakima, 45 in Prosser, and 46 degrees in Toppenish. So a bit of a chilly start, but by 8 o'clock, we will be in the middle 50s in Yakima, rising into the lower 70s by noontime, and then highs around 80, mostly cloudy in the Yakima Valley today. Tri-Cities 58 by 8 o'clock, middle 70s by noon, 84 later on this afternoon, and then we'll see some afternoon clouds in Walla Walla, 50s this morning, 70s around lunchtime, and then temperatures topping out around 80 degrees at 5. If you're having a barbecue this evening, we'll have that grilling forecast, and we'll also let you know when some of us may see a few thunderstorms. That's all coming up in a little bit. Joe, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. Now to your top headlines this morning. Health officials say Astrea Sunnyside Health and its patients are okay after the hospital was closed for a few hours Sunday due to possible radiation exposure. Officials with the Sunnyside Fire Department, hazmat specialists, the Washington State Patrol, Department of Health, and Yakima County Emergency Management all say there were no harmful levels of hazardous materials found in patients, hospital facilities, or the grounds. They say there's no indication any unsafe materials were even introduced to the area. The hospital closed after 6 people came to the emergency department and say they were concerned after possible radiation contamination at a construction site in Benton County. The response was out of a precaution. The Benton County Sheriff's Office is investigating a fatal crash that happened over the weekend. It happened in the area of Sellards Road near Clodius Road early Saturday morning. Authorities say it appears a vehicle swerved into the opposite lane and hit a semi head-on. One person in the car died at the scene and a second person was taken to the hospital. The driver of the semi was not hurt. More than 20 miles of Highway 240 had to be shut down this weekend due to a wildfire near Benton City. The fire broke out Saturday afternoon and wind gusts quickly fanned the flames, causing the road closures of Highway 240 across the Hanford site and Highway 24. Rattlesnake Mountain was also closed to the public. The area was reopened by late Saturday night. Well, today is Memorial Day, and it's about more than the unofficial start of summer. The holiday honors those who died while serving in the United States Armed Forces. The first Memorial Day was observed on May 30th, 1868, and was known as Decoration Day before federal law officially took the name Memorial Day in 1967. In 2000, Congress passed the National Moment of Remembrance Act, which asks people to stop and remember our soldiers at 3 p.m. In Richland this morning at Sunset Gardens at 915 Bypass Highway, more than 1,000 flags have been set up ahead of this morning's ceremony. Riley Fitzgerald joins us live now from Richland. Good morning, Riley. What is the program looking like for this event?
Good morning, Jill. The program is going to be a busy one this morning at Sunset Memorial Gardens in Richland. There's going to be skydivers, live music, and free food. That all starts at 10 o'clock this morning. The ceremony starts at 11 o'clock this morning with guest speaker Major Scott Smiley. He was the Tri-Cities veteran who became the U.S. Army's first blind active duty soldier or officer. We're going to take a look over as those events start at 10 o'clock this morning. Preparations have been underway underway for quite a while, getting the flags prepared for this event for the Day of Remembrance for everyone who has served our country. This is happening here in Richland at Sunset Memorial Gardens. There are several ways to honor this day throughout our region. Here are just a few. The City of Pasco will begin Memorial Day activities starting at 11 a.m. at City View Cemetery. The ceremony includes music by local artists, a wreath presentation, and flag raising. State Senator Matt Banky will be in attendance. In Kennewick, the VFW Post 5785 will be hosting Memorial Day services at 2 locations. A 9 a.m. service starts at Riverview Heights Cemetery, and at 11 a.m. the group will move to Desert Lawn Memorial Park for a second service. In Walla Walla, a Memorial Day service will be held at Mountain View Cemetery starting at 11 a.m. Several local military groups will be hosting the event and will be providing the honor guard. The Walla Walla High School JROTC will be providing the color guard and ceremony. In Hermiston, the Memorial Day program will begin at 10 a.m. at the Hermiston Cemetery. More than 500 flags have been placed on the grounds, and the program will include the presentation of colors by the American Legion Honor Guard. Music will be provided by students from Hermiston High School. In Sunnyside this morning, members of the VFW, American Legion, and AMVETS will host 2 services. The first service will be at Outlook Cemetery at 9:30 a.m. The second, considered its main service, is happening at the Lower Valley Memorial Gardens Cemetery at the War Veterans Memorial at 11 a.m. Names of local veterans who have passed away will be read. A 21-gun salute, taps, and release of doves will also take place. There are several events happening in the Yakima area. A Memorial Day Mass will be at Cavalry Cemetery at 10 a.m. A remembrance ceremony begins at 11 at the Tahoma Cemetery. The Marine Corps League of Yakima and Kittitas counties will host a ceremony at West Hill Cemetery at 9 a.m. They will also host a second ceremony at Sarge Hubbard Park at 1 p.m. In Wapato, there's a ceremony at 11 a.m. at the Wapato Reservation Cemetery. And there are many more events happening all around our region. You can find a list at applevalleynewsnow.com. Reporting live in Richland with Good Morning Northwest, I'm Riley Fitzgerald. Jill, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you so much, Riley. If you're looking for a way to entertain the kids after regional ceremonies, splash pads are open across the Tri-Cities. The City of Kennewick's 4 splash pads will be open 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily through the Labor Day weekend. They're located in Columbia Park, Grange Park, the Southridge Sports and Events Complex, and Underwood Park. In Richland, Badger Mountain Splash and Play and the Howard Amon Wading Pool are open daily from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And in Pasco, people can swim at Memorial Aquatic Park for $4 a day per person today from 1 to 5:45 p.m. Making a difference in our community, a local furniture store donated dozens of beds to nonprofits in the region. Walker's Furniture in Kennewick helped out 8 nonprofits, including Mirror Ministries, Elijah Family Homes, Therapeutic Riding of Tri-Cities, a County Home Assisted Living, Community Living in Grandview, and PB&J Ministries. This was spearheaded by Modern Living Services in the Tri-Cities, a nonprofit that provides housing for people with disabilities. Those involved say it's going to mean a lot to the people getting these beds.
So today we are donating 39 twin extra long mattresses to the community, just to give back to the community and help out where we can.
Wouldn't anybody like a fresh bed to lay their head on? I mean, a lot of these people don't have a bed to begin with. So giving a bed on something soft and nice and clean, I mean, it's a big deal.
39 beds left Walker's Furniture Friday morning to get dispersed through those nonprofits and delivered to someone in need. Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, while we honor members of the armed forces today, where many service members are being overlooked, according to a new report this morning. We'll be right back.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
The Honda you want is here. Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Civic. Which car and driver called fun to drive? There's never been a better time to drive in the moment with Honda. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
We wondered, where do people do their banking? So we asked.
I bank at Hapo.
Hapo's my bank. I've been a member of Hapo since I was 10 years old, 60 years.
I bank at Hapo Community Credit Union.
I'm with Hapo.
You're not just a number there. You know, you're treated really well.
I feel like they're part of my community.
It's easy, it's convenient, and I don't know, I just love the people there.
I guess the question we should be asking is, where do you credit union? Join Hapo Community Credit Union today.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book, celebrating 20 years of employee ownership, including great savings on Glidden paint with additional $10 digital rebates. Save more only at Bi-Mart.
It's May Madness down here at the auto lot, and we are chopping prices. Check out this 2023 Mini Cooper fully electric hardtop loader. Was $39.95. Now it's only $24.95. Roll it out of here. And check out this beautiful 2021 GMC Yukon. Put the entire family into luxury. Was $64.95. Now it's only $61.95. Hit the gas, baby. And if you love Fast and Furious, check this Hemi Dodge Charger SRT and feel the power. Was $41.95. Now it's only $38.95. Come save money at the auto lot in Kennewick.
No matter how he got here, how alone she feels, how they've struggled to support their best friend. What's important is this moment, when they reached out and said, I can't do this alone. And we said, that's okay, we'll figure it out together. If you or a loved one needs support, our trained counselors can help you too. 988, anywhere, anytime.
Honoring men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. This Memorial Day, Americans will visit cemeteries across the nation to pay tribute to veterans and honor their service. But the service of many veterans have been overlooked, especially in historically black cemeteries. Karen Kafa reports volunteers are working to piece their stories together and recognize their efforts.
On a blustery spring Saturday in York, Pennsylvania, the Civil War service of John Noble is finally memorialized.
Present arms.
Noble was born in Havana, Cuba around 1832. He fought for the Union Army from 1862 to 1863, and in 1902, he was buried in North York's Lebanon Cemetery. Until the 1960s, one of the only burial sites in the area for African Americans. Samantha Dorm is co-founder of a volunteer group called Friends of Lebanon Cemetery. When the group first came together in 2019, the primary mission was upkeep. Now the focus has expanded to research, storytelling, education, and remembrance.
The truth of the matter is, many of those stories are not there to be found. If you don't have families who can tell you about their ancestors.
The more than 150-year-old cemetery, Dorm says, is the final resting place of at least 300 U.S. military veterans. This spring, Noble and 4 other black veterans received the grave markers to which every eligible U.S. military veteran is entitled, whether buried in a cemetery maintained by the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs like this one in Alexandria, Virginia, or a private cemetery like Lebanon.
Matthew Quinn is the VA's outgoing Undersecretary for Memorial Affairs. He says efforts like that by the Friends of Lebanon Cemetery and at other private sites is an extension of the recognition at the nation's VA-operated cemeteries.
This is reaching out beyond those boundaries to private cemeteries that maybe the graves haven't been maintained and the markers have been damaged or destroyed.
Making sure every veteran's service is honored. In Alexandria, Virginia, I'm Karen Kafa.
On Friday, the White House released a presidential proclamation calling on a prayer for peace and asking for all Americans to observe the National Moment of Remembrance beginning at 3 p.m. local time. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, deadly storms continue to wallop the South and Midwest. The rare warning issued by the National Weather Service, and who is looking to get severe weather today. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your First Alert full forecast. We'll be right back.
You know, even in the most minor car accidents, it always seems like the one not at fault gets hurt the worst. If that is you, call Allen Brecky Law Offices. Call 735-0546. They're waiting to help you.
You went behind my back. Give me one reason I shouldn't end your career right now.
Helicopter coming in with an injured firefighter.
Firefighter.
Joe?
Who's coming down the line?
Whether you're looking for your next houseplant, getting those spring flowers in the ground, or planting your dream garden landscape, Queensgate Gardens is the place to go. Queensgate Gardens in Richland. Let's grow together.
Choice Student Checking. Open yours today at any Yakima Federal Savings and Loan.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to experience the clairvoyance. Friday, June 21st, Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish, featuring never-before-seen mental magic and spectacular illusions, with a special appearance by Mr. Coney Hondini, the world's first mind-reading dog. Friday, June 21st, 8 p.m., Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish. Tickets at Ticketmaster and Legends Casino Gift Shop. Experience the clairvoyance live.
You know, there's no such thing as a minor fender bender when you're on a motorcycle. When motorcyclists get in an accident, they get hurt. So if someone else's carelessness has caused your luck to run out, get some legal help. Find out what your rights are under the law.
It was an old rail line. Now it's one of the most awesome treks in America.
Tunnels and the trestles. Wow.
The Hiawatha Trail. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
I shower as though I've been exposed to nuclear radiation.
It's like going to the car wash.
Next live, Jonathan Groff and Adam Rodriguez. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is a sunny start on this Memorial Day. I know a lot of you have the day off and will be outside, and the weather is going to cooperate. Just remember the real reason for the holiday today. Our temperatures are starting off in the 30s in the Kittitas Valley. We have 40s elsewhere and just a couple of 50s sprinkled in along the foothills of the Blues. So Walla Walla coming in at 52, one of the milder spots, 50 in Pendleton, 48 in Tri-Cities, 47 in Hermiston, and 45 in Yakima. Winds are light. They're going to stay light today, all thanks to high pressure. And we do have some mid and high level clouds moving into some of our northwestern communities. These clouds will continue to roll in throughout the day. So we'll call it a mix of sun and clouds on this Monday. High pressure in control just to our south and east. So that means we're going to keep it warm and dry. Notice the next storm system causes a dip in the jet stream, and that'll bring some rain showers to the coast tomorrow. And we could actually see a few hit or miss showers across some parts of the region out ahead of our next cold front tomorrow. But many of us will just see more in the way of cloud cover, and the wind will be picking up. Wednesday, we're cooler behind our cold front, and it's still breezy. So the roller coaster ride of temperatures will continue this week. So let's zoom in, show you what to expect today. If you're going out to any of those Memorial Day ceremonies, bring the sunglasses with you. And if they are scheduled for this morning, I think you'll need that light jacket as well. But then as we get into the afternoon hours, mostly sunny to partly cloudy. Highs today, low and middle 80s. So it will be much warmer than what we just saw this weekend. 84 in Tri-Cities, 80 Walla Walla, 83 in Hermiston, and 80 degrees in Yakima. If you're grilling out this evening, it's going to be perfect weather for it. You don't have to worry about the wind blowing anything around. Temperatures will be in the lower 80s, 5, 6, 7 o'clock with a mix of sun and clouds. Humidity is low. It doesn't get much better than that if you want to eat outside this evening. Tonight, we do have a few showers and thunderstorms that look like they will try to develop after midnight. Now, the best chances will be from Tri-Cities and points off to the east. And then again, the chance is low. But if you wake up, if you hear a few rumbles of thunder, don't be surprised. It is a possibility overnight tonight. But then it looks like any wet weather out there comes to an end by early Tuesday morning as temperatures only drop into the low and middle 50s, all thanks to those clouds overnight. So tomorrow will be a mild start. Tomorrow afternoon, we're still on the warm side, breezy, a shower possible as we start to see that cold front approach from the north and west, but the bigger change will be on Wednesday when we drop into the lower 70s. So it will be breezy Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday's the coolest day out of the next 7. Then we're in the upper 70s on Friday. Mid-80s this upcoming weekend. So we have a little bit of everything as far as temperatures go in this 7-day forecast. 80 today in Yakima, mostly cloudy. 76 tomorrow in Yakima, slight chance for a shower or two. 68 on Wednesday, but that doesn't last. We're back in the 70s on Thursday. 80s make a comeback this weekend. 80 degrees today in Walla Walla, slight chance for a shower or two tomorrow. And then we drop in another 10 degrees on Wednesday. 68, only 70, plenty of sun on Thursday, and back in the 80s this weekend. 83 today in Hermiston, 81 tomorrow, mostly cloudy, breezy. Partly cloudy, breezy on Wednesday, 71, and then the 80s are back in the forecast Saturday and Sunday. Joe?
Thank you, Tiffany. At least 18 people are dead and dozens of people hurt across multiple states after the latest round of severe weather over the weekend. A state of emergency issued in Kentucky overnight after multiple reports of wind damage and tornadoes. Perry Russum reports the storms aren't over yet.
The car is shaking. Deadly tornadoes killing at least 18 people in the south and southeast. In Texas, Governor Greg Abbott says at least 7 people have been killed, including a 2-year-old and 5-year-old from the same family. This dog found alive in the rubble. Valley View, Texas, north of Dallas, one of the hardest hit cities. This gas station destroyed with 60 to 80 people hiding inside. The sheriff says no one was seriously hurt. The destruction is widespread. The governor signing a disaster declaration for more than a third of the state.
Kennelly's been a harrowing week, with lives lost, property reduced to rubble. The hopes and dreams of Texas families and small businesses have literally been crushed by storm after storm.
Storms stretching from Texas to Illinois. In Oklahoma, hail the size of baseballs. In Arkansas, at least 8 people killed, buildings collapsing, and roofs ripped off homes.
We felt it hit the house and just felt it started sucking air up through the walls and the windows.
Tried to make it into the hallway. That's the most central part of our house, and that's when we realized we didn't have a roof.
Tens of thousands of people without power.
We are seeing the great humanity of Arkansans and neighbors helping neighbors even when their own homes and businesses are damaged.
And just into the newsroom, that death toll is now at 19. These storms are now moving east and could likely have more effects on travel. There have been nearly 30,000 flight delays and cancellations since travel started on Thursday. Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, the first drug for postpartum depression is now reaching patients. What officials say about the pill and its effectiveness, but why some patients are having a hard time taking it. The latest in your health headlines up next.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Where's my husband?
He's on a ventilator.
They're saying you may already be lost.
The 911 season finale, Thursday on ABC.
Celebrating 20 years of employee ownership, the savings continue at Bi-Mart with our latest savings book. Save big in our paint department with great savings on Glidden paint. Gallon size interior and exterior paint and primers are on sale. Plus save more with $10 digital rebates from Glidden. And find membership savings on Chevron Dello 1 gallon 15W40 diesel oil. Save now at Bi-Mart, celebrating 20 years of being employee owned and proudly saving our members more.
Hi, I'm Catherine Forner, and we love our own backyard so much, we built all of this. And we get everything we need from PAR. With Shauna's help.
Everything from design to delivery.
PAR, go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs. to treat yourself and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away, Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
In order to take care of your mental health and reduce stress, make sure you get enough sleep. Most adults require 7 to 9 hours each day. More at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Mental health services at Prosser Memorial Health's primary care clinics. Visit prosserhealth.org.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
In your health headlines this morning, the first medication for postpartum depression is now reaching patients, and it appears to be helping. Last year, the FDA approved it as the first oral medication for postpartum depression. In trials, women who received the drug showed significant and clinically meaningful improvements in symptoms. However, some psychiatrists say patients have been hesitant to take the pill because it's so new and has side effects. The FDA Advisory Committee is considering the benefits of a weekly insulin shot for diabetics. Most diabetics currently take a daily insulin injection to help manage their blood sugar levels. The committee is looking into the safety and efficacy of the weekly insulin product for people with type 1 diabetes. Novo Nordisk, the pharmaceutical company that makes a once-weekly insulin product, is seeking the approval. New research shows weekly injections of semaglutide medications like Ozempic cut the risk of severe outcomes from diabetic kidney disease. Overall, the risk, including kidney failure and death from kidney or cardiovascular disease, was reduced by 24%. The study is based on a drug trial among several thousand people across dozens of countries who were living with both type 2 diabetes and kidney disease. Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, it is Memorial Day, and many places around the region are honoring those in the armed services. Up next, we'll tell you about a few of those ceremonies. And officials want to hear from you if you've been impacted by the ongoing fire at the Lineage Cold Warehouse, where and when you can make your voice heard.
Road construction season is about to start around here. Be sure to learn where the projects are. Obey all of the signs. Slow down. Watch out for the other guy. Call us if you get hurt.
Call 735-0546. They're waiting to help you.
Something is weird. Look around. All possible Triple Play customers are perfectly represented right now.
Wait, really?
There's the family, the group of adult friends, kids on their school trip,
and the first date couple, and the grandparents with their grandkids.
It's just too perfect. I knew it. They're shooting a commercial.
I thought we were better than that.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
We just thought...
If it's hidden, you might get bitten.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet, repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease. There are some very, very expensive drugs, and my copay on that is $0. All I have to do is pick up the phone, and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records, and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not, and just kind of let them know what those next steps are, the timeline of how long it could take for them to get approved.
Get ready, Walla Walla. The sweetest season is here. Join us at the ballpark as the Walla Walla Sweets hit the field for another unforgettable season. Whether you're a diehard fan or just looking for a fun night out, there's something for everyone at a Walla Walla Sweets game. Grab your peanuts, popcorn, and Lucky Cap, because this season the Walla Walla Sweets are bringing the thrill of baseball right to your backyard. Don't miss out on the excitement. Get your tickets now and be part of the Walla Walla Sweets experience. Let's play ball.
At Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, we've got you covered.
We offer a variety of buildings and sheds that come with a 5-year limited warranty, free delivery, and setup. Whether you're ready to custom create your space or just need extra storage, we're here to help every step of the way. All in-stock buildings can be delivered within 7 to 10 days and custom builds in 3 to 4 weeks. So what are you waiting for? Find your perfect building or shed today with Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds in West Richland.
You know, there's no such thing as a minor fender bender when you're on a motorcycle. When motorcyclists get in an accident, they get hurt. So if someone else's carelessness has caused your luck to run out, get some legal help. Find out what your rights are under the law.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, the DNR is asking you to stay vigilant, especially on this holiday, known not only for remembering our fallen soldiers, but also family get-togethers. The fire at Lineage continues to burn in Findlay, sparking concerns of air quality and other health risks as it burns more than a month. When you can speak to officials. And it's Memorial Day. You're looking live at Sunset Gardens in Richland, where more than 1,000 flags will be set to honor this day, where you can go to honor those who served. And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jill Sperling. Jessica has the morning off. It is Memorial Day on this Monday, May 27th. Let's check in right away this morning on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, for anyone enjoying the day off today and maybe getting outside, what can they expect from the weather?
The weather's looking great, Jill. It was a little bit on the cool side this past weekend, but we're going to be warming up into the 80s area-wide today. We're starting off on a chilly note early this morning, so if you're just getting up, getting going this morning, if you want to take the dog for a walk or get in your morning run, temperatures are in the upper 40s for many of us, lower 50s along the foothills of the Blues, but we will warm up in a big way over the next few hours. We also have a lot of sunshine out there out of our Kennewick Skycam, a few mid and high level clouds moving in from the west, and we'll see a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day today. A lot of those Memorial Day ceremonies start at 10, 11, or noon. Temperatures will be in the upper 60s by 10 o'clock for many of us, lower 70s by 11 and lunchtime. So if you're going to any of those events, be sure to take the light sweater or the light jacket if you need it. But any events going on this afternoon, it's going to be even warmer. You probably don't need any sort of jacket with high temperatures in the low and middle 80s. So a warm day today, but the warm weather will not last. We'll let you know when temperatures will be dropping back down into the 60s and 70s coming up. And we'll also have another look at your boating forecast in a little bit. Jill?
Some breaking traffic news this morning. The intersection of US 395 southbound is closed after a crash. Authorities are at the scene and say a car crashed into a semi. Some people involved in the crash are injured. The road is expected to be reopened soon as the morning commute gets underway. While many Washington and Oregon families get outdoors for the first trip of the summer today, Washington's DNR is asking everyone to be very cautious about fire danger. That means being careful with campfires, of course, but also keeping an eye out for sparks as you're doing yard work and being aware of the heat from your vehicle if you park on dry grass. The good news is Commissioner of Public Lands Hillary Franz says the state is getting better every year at responding to wildfires.
We've got crews, equipment on the ground, and aircraft positioned in every corner of the state so they can get to any fire, no matter where it starts, within 30 minutes or less. We were able last year and 2022 and 2023 to keep 90% of our fires below 10 acres. Our goal is to keep 90% below 10 acres, and that's largely a testament to the investment we've made at the local and ground level, as well as in our aviation resources. In fact, 2022 and 2023 marked 2 consecutive years where fewer than 200,000 acres burned statewide. This is the first time that has occurred in Washington state since 2010-2011.
The DNR says in 2023, they actually kept 95% of the fires they responded to below 10 acres. The DNR has already responded to more than 200 fires this year, and about a third of them happened because people were burning debris and it got out of control. Crews continue to work at the Lineage Cold Warehouse fire near Findlay. The fire started April 21st and continues to smolder as demolition crews begin to tear it down. The demolition started last week, and as it's torn down piece by piece, it will allow fire crews access to areas that are still burning. The Benton Franklin Health District is hosting a town hall meeting on Wednesday, May 29th at 6:30 p.m. This is for anyone who's been affected by the fire at Lineage. Environmental experts and local health officials are expected to be on hand to discuss updates, as well as how the air is being monitored for potential risks. The town hall will take place at Riverview High School in Kennewick. A Washington State Patrol trooper is being honored after making 4,000 arrests for DUI in the state. Trooper Barry Marcus is based out of Spokane, and he made his 4,000th DUI arrest on April 30th. He's been with the State Patrol for 32 years and spent 23 of them working the weekend night shift. Trooper Marcus says his goal is to stop an impaired driver before they crash.
That is absolutely phenomenal for a trooper to hold on to 32 years in his position, to hold on to that drive and want to save lives continuously. What really left a huge impression with me is at 4,000 DUIs, you never truly know how many lives you have saved over the years, but he has saved a lot.
Trooper Marcus says his family is what keeps him going, as they've sacrificed time with him so he can be out on patrol. Walla Walla has officially opened the Heritage Square renovation project. This grand opening comes after 6 years of planning that started back in 2018. The construction was finally completed last week. An elementary school performed at the stage for the opening ceremony. Parks and Recreation Director Andy Coleman says it's a celebration of many people's hard work.
It's very exciting because back when we came up with the design, we didn't have the money to build it, and we didn't know where we were going to get it. But it's come together, so it's very exciting, gratifying to show the community what we've come up with collectively. That I think is going to be a vast improvement to downtown and hopefully an economic driver as well.
On July 13th, the city will host a ribbon cutting ceremony, which is also the kickoff to the summer concert series. Today is Memorial Day, and it's about more than the unofficial start of summer. The holiday honors those who died while serving in the United States Armed Forces. The first Memorial Day was observed on May 30th, 1868, and was known as Decoration Day, before federal law officially took the name Memorial Day in 1967. In 2000, Congress passed the National Moment of Remembrance Act, which asks people to stop and remember our soldiers at 3 p.m. In Richland this morning at Sunset Gardens at 915 Bypass Highway, more than 1,000 flags have been set up ahead of this morning's ceremony. Riley Fitzgerald joins us live now from Richland. Good morning, Riley. What is the program looking like for this event?
Good morning, Jill. The program's going to be a busy one this morning at Sunset Memorial Gardens in Richland. We're going to be seeing skydivers. There's going to be live music, free food, and that all starts at 10 o'clock this morning. But the preparation started much earlier. We're also going to be seeing at 11 o'clock. The program will officially start with the ceremony, and we're going to be seeing guest speaker, Major Scott Smiley. I'm going to take a step out of the way so we can see some of the preparations. Major Scott Smiley was the Tri-Cities veteran who became the U.S. Army's first blind active duty officer. While those events are set to take place later this morning, preparations have been underway for quite a while as we get the flags prepared. We're seeing volunteers set up the flags this morning, and they have set up 1,000 flags in Richland for the Day of Remembrance for everyone who has served our country. Once again, this is at Sunset Gardens in Richland, Washington. There are several ways to honor this day throughout our region. Here are just a few. The City of Pasco will begin Memorial Day activities starting at 11 a.m. at City View Cemetery. The ceremony includes music by local artists, a wreath presentation, and flag raising. State Senator Matt Banky will be in attendance. In Kennewick, the VFW Post 5785 will be hosting Memorial Day services at 2 locations. A 9 a.m. service starts at Riverview Heights Cemetery, and at 11 a.m. the group will move to Desert Lawn Memorial Park for a second service. In Walla Walla, a Memorial Day service will be held at Mountain View Cemetery starting at 11 a.m. Several local military groups will be hosting the event and will be providing the honor guard. The Walla Walla High School JROTC will be providing the color guard and ceremony. In Hermiston, the Memorial Day program will begin at 10 a.m. at the Hermiston Cemetery. More than 500 flags have been placed on the grounds, and the program will include the presentation of colors by the American Legion Honor Guard. Music will be provided by students from Hermiston High School. In Sunnyside this morning, members of the VFW, American Legion, and AMVETS will host 2 services. The first service will be at Outlook Cemetery at 9:30 a.m. The second, considered its main service, is happening at the Lower Valley Memorial Gardens Cemetery at the War Veterans Memorial at 11 a.m. Names of local veterans who have passed away will be read. A 21-gun salute, taps, and release of the doves will also take place. There are several events happening in the Yakima area. A Memorial Day Mass will be at Calvary Cemetery at 10 a.m. A remembrance ceremony begins at 11 at the Tahoma Cemetery. The Marine Corps League of Yakima and Kittitas counties will host a ceremony at West Hill Cemetery at 9 a.m. They will also host a second ceremony at Sarge Hubbard Park at 1 p.m. In Wapato, there's a ceremony at 11 a.m. at the Wapato Reservation Cemetery. And there are many more events happening all around our region. After Good Morning Northwest, you can find that on AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Live in Richland with Good Morning Northwest, I'm Riley Fitzgerald. Jill, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Riley. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, as we wind down our Memorial Day weekend, a record number of travelers will be returning home. The number of passengers TSA saw just to kick off the weekend. Your business headlines are up next.
Honoring men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice.
It's the massive 4-day sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 days to take $100 off every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings stack up. And check out doorbusters while they last. Plus, 6 years, no interest. But don't wait. The massive 4-day sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Take advantage of the tax credits you can, including the annual Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You can get money back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Let's get scratching. Let's get scratching.
More than 2 people in the U.S. die of skin cancer every hour, and most of it is totally preventable. Get more information about skin cancer at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Skin cancer prevention and screening available at Prosser Memorial Health. Visit prosserhealth.org.
Driving safely is all about the little things, like giving folks a break, even at unmarked crosswalks, making plenty of space for people riding, and choosing to wait for the next green light by slowing down and stopping on yellow. Because when you're the biggest and the fastest, you've got to be the safest, too. Together, we get there.
On behalf of STCU, we want to present you with this $1,000 check. Joe McDonald volunteered at the Pasco Aviation Museum, and although he is gone, his dedication lives on.
To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
It's the massive 4-day sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or check out the Summit for only $299.99, plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the massive 4-day sale at Denver Mattress ends Monday.
It was an old rail line. Now it's one of the most awesome treks in America.
Tunnels and the trestles. Wow.
The Hiawatha Trail. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
I shower as though I've been exposed to nuclear radiation.
It's like going to the car wash.
Next live, Jonathan Groff and Adam Rodriguez. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
In your business headlines this morning, the TSA set a new record Friday for the most travelers screened in a single day. The agency says it screened more than 2.9 million people at checkpoints nationwide. That surpassed its previous record from November 26th of last year, which was over the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. The agency also noted that 5 of the top 10 busiest travel days in its history have occurred this year. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your First Alert full forecast. We'll be right back.
Car wreck, I'm here to help you.
His caring and supportive nature created a bond, and he shares that with every client he has.
Stacy always says really good things about me.
I got T-boned at an intersection, ended up having a back injury. Mariano got me about 50 times more than I thought I was going to get.
I did my best, and she got way more than she expected.
Can't thank Mariano enough. I mean, he is the guy.
Call 853-2222.
The Sisters of Nicole Brown Simpson.
How do you live with 30 years of rage and heartbreak?
Their first TV interview in 30 years.
Our top story, the death of O.J. Simpson.
Did it change anything for you?
Starting tomorrow morning on GMA.
The Memorial Day savings are on now, this week at Walker's Furniture, with big holiday discounts on all your favorite brands, where you can get the biggest savings of the season, or take advantage of 5 years no-interest financing, with no money down, no minimum purchase required.
Beautiful new bedroom sets, stylish new sectionals, and quality new dining sets are all on sale.
Making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less.
This week at Walker's.
Need a new appliance? Don't want to wait? Fred's has them in stock and on sale. Fred's Appliance has more appliances in stock than any of the box stores. Sometimes you just can't wait for delivery. That's why Fred's warehouses are stacked to the ceiling. If you are really in a hurry, you can pick up your appliance the same day. Fred's offers a 30-day low price guarantee, so you know you're always getting the best price. Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
Walla Walla Sweets Baseball has been a beacon of our community's spirit for 14 seasons. But behind every swing and every catch lies the question, where do our players call home during the season? The answer is simple. With you, our incredible host families. It's more than just housing a player. It's about becoming part of their journey. Watching our boys chase their dreams is incredibly rewarding. Become a host family and be part of something bigger than the game. Together, we are Walla Walla Sweets.
First Alert Weather is our promise, our commitment to you, to keep you and your family safe, and to let you know about the little things, like a small shower or wind that can change your plans.
No matter where you live in our part of the Northwest, count on Stacy Lee and First Alert Weather.
Trust Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather to give you plenty of warning of what's headed our way, because we don't want any weather surprises.
First Alert Weather from Apple Valley News Now.
And we're always on your side.
How long do I have to wait?
Watch Thursday at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health, your 5-star rated hospital. This is how we care. Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. I know a lot of you have the day off today. If you have to go into work, at least you're not going to encounter any problems weather-wise, and the traffic should be much lighter than normal. And if you have the day off, well, the weather is going to be really nice, so you'll be able to enjoy it outside today. We are looking at plenty of sunshine out of our Kennewick Skycam early this morning with Badger Mountain there in the distance. It is a bit on the chilly side. It's 48 in Tri-Cities, 48 in Prosser, 47 in Hermiston, 52 in Walla Walla, and 45 degrees in Yakima. The winds are light. We do have some mid and high level clouds streaming in to Yakima, Ellensburg, Cle Elum. That's where we'll probably be mostly cloudy for much of the day today. Otherwise, we will see a mix of sun and clouds across the Pacific Northwest. Here's the weather pattern. High pressure still firmly in control, keeping us warm and dry today. But then watch what happens. That area of high pressure moves off to the east. We get a dip in that jet jet stream, allowing our next upper level disturbance to move in. Tomorrow, coastal showers expected. We can't rule out a shower or two here and there tomorrow out ahead of our next cold front. Cold front will move in late Tuesday into early Wednesday, and we're going to be much cooler Wednesday and breezy behind our next front. So temperatures are really all over the place in that 7-day forecast. Today, though, temperatures are going to be on their way up. We will see a mix of sun and clouds with high temperatures climbing into the low and middle 80s. So much warmer than those 60s and 70s we saw this past weekend. It's 84, or we're forecasting 84 in Tri-Cities later today, 81 in Hanford, 79 Connell, 80 degrees in Walla Walla, and 80 in Yakima. If you plan on taking the boat out on the river, water should be pretty calm. Rain chance is at 0%. Winds are very light. They will be variable in direction, 5 to 10 miles per hour. But the water temperature this time of year is still in the 50s. So the water is still cold. Make sure the kids have the life jackets on, and the UV index is going to be on the high side. So be sure to apply that sunscreen, at least SPF 30 or higher, and be sure to reapply every 2 hours. I know a lot of folks forget that, including me. As we go throughout this evening, it's looking quiet for any dinner reservations that you may have, or if you're going to be grilling out. The weather's looking pretty good. However, anytime after midnight, that's when we could see a few showers and even thunderstorms develop. So if this happens, many of you will probably sleep through it. But if we do get a couple of thunderstorms to develop and you hear a few rumbles of thunder, that is why. Now, tomorrow morning, we're starting off with a lot of clouds, and we're going to see a lot of clouds throughout the day on Tuesday, and it is going to be still on the warm side. So tonight, we're mild, middle 50s, and then during the day on Tuesday, we're looking at highs back in the lower 80s, upper 70s in some of our typical cooler spots. But we will drop temperatures big time come Wednesday. Look at that. 80s today, tomorrow, dropping it down to 72 on Wednesday. The wind will really pick up Tuesday and Wednesday as well. And then we'll see another warm up back up into the 80s next weekend. Yakima, 80 degrees today, mostly cloudy tomorrow. Slight chance for a shower or two. Breezy, 68 on Wednesday. And then we'll see more 70s by the end of the week, with 80s popping up back on Saturday. Walla Walla, 80 degrees today, slight chance for a shower or two tomorrow. 68 and breezy Wednesday. And then a better looking forecast by the end of the week and into the weekend. Hermiston, 83 today, 81 tomorrow, breezy, 71 on Wednesday, and warming back up by the end of the week and into Saturday and Sunday. Joe?
Thank you, Tiffany. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast. But first, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, deadly rip currents.
We have this really rough water. We have very strong rip currents.
Officials say roughly a dozen people rescued from a series of strong rip currents in Galveston, Texas this weekend. A 26-year-old tourist from Louisiana and a 19-year-old from Houston did not survive. And just last week, 3 Good Samaritans rescuing this teen exhausted in a Florida rip current.
I yelled for him to swim to me, and his response was, I can't, I don't have enough energy.
Experts warn while the 3 rescuers were able to help, would-be rescuers often become victims themselves.
Water rescue takes a lot of training and a lot of physical endurance. You're trying to hold someone up. Now you don't have the use of your arms.
We'll have the life-saving tips to keep you and your family safe in the water coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
When you have moderate to severe eczema, it's okay to show off. With Dupixent, show off your clearer skin and less itch, because you have plenty of reasons to show off your skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, you can stay ahead of your eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your skin from within. Many adults saw 90% clearer skin. Some even achieved long-lasting clearer skin and fast itch relief after first dose. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:53. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. Health officials say Astraea Sunnyside Health and its patients are okay after the hospital was closed for a few hours Sunday due to possible radiation exposure. Officials with several agencies who responded Sunday to the hospital say there were no harmful levels of hazardous materials found in patients, hospital facilities, or the grounds. They say there is no indication any unsafe materials were even introduced to the area. Some breaking traffic news this morning. The intersection of US 395 southbound is closed after a crash. Authorities are at the scene and say a car crashed into a semi. Some people involved in the crash are injured. The road is expected to be reopened soon as the morning commute gets underway. The Benton County Sheriff's Office is investigating a fatal crash that happened over the weekend. It happened in the area of Sellards Road near Clodius Road early Saturday morning. Authorities say it appears a vehicle swerved into the opposite lane and hit a semi head-on. One person in the car died at the scene and a second person was taken to the hospital. The Benton Franklin Health District is hosting a town hall meeting on Wednesday, May 29th at 6:30 p.m. This is for anyone who's been affected by the fire at the Lineage Cold Warehouse in Findlay. Environmental experts and health officials are expected to be on hand to discuss updates as well as how the air is being monitored for potential risks. The town hall will take place at Riverview High School in Kennewick. Washington's DNR is asking everyone to be very cautious about fire danger. Be careful with campfires. Keep an eye out for sparks as you're doing yard work and being aware of the heat from your vehicle if you park on dry grass. The DNR has already responded to more than 200 fires this year, and about a third of them happened because people were burning debris and it got out of control. There are several ways to honor Memorial Day throughout our region. Here are just a few. The city of Pasco will begin Memorial Day activities at 11 a.m. at City View Cemetery. The ceremony includes music by local artists, a wreath presentation, and flag raising. State Senator Matt Banky will be in attendance. In Sunnyside this morning, members of the VFW American Legion and AMVETS will host two services. The first service will be at Outlook Cemetery at 9:30 a.m. The second is happening at the Lower Valley Memorial Gardens Cemetery at the War Veterans Memorial at 11 a.m. Names of local veterans who have passed away will be read, and there will be a 21-gun salute, taps, and release of doves. There are several events happening in the Yakima area. A Memorial Day Mass will be at Calvary Cemetery at 10 a.m. A remembrance ceremony begins at 11 at the Tahoma Cemetery. There will be a ceremony at West Hill Cemetery at 9 a.m. There is a ceremony set for Sarge Hubbard Park at 1 p.m. In Wapato, there is a ceremony at 11 a.m. at the Wapato Reservation Cemetery. Let's check in with Tiffany's for a final look at your first alert forecast this morning.
And the weather is looking good for all of those Memorial Day events and ceremonies. We will see plenty of sunshine, so be sure to take the sunglasses with you. Some mid and high level clouds will filter out that sunshine a little bit as we get into the afternoon. It's a chilly start out there, so if you're heading out at this time, be sure to take that jacket. Temperatures are in the 40s and lower 50s. But notice, as those ceremonies get underway at 10, 11, or 12 o'clock, 10 o'clock will be in the upper 60s, so warming up pretty quickly over the next few hours, middle 70s by noon. So if it's an earlier ceremony, bring the jacket. A later ceremony, I think you'll be just fine. And then we're looking at middle 80s later on today. Grilling out, I know a lot of you are. Well, the weather, I mean, you can't ask for better weather this time of year. Middle 80s at 5, and then we drop into the lower 80s by 7, 8 o'clock. The wind will be light, so we don't have to worry about the wind blowing any of the food or the plates around, so that's good news. Now, the wind picks up tomorrow. It's still warm, 83, and then our next cold front will bring us cooler weather starting Wednesday. Still breezy. Mid and upper 70s this weekend, back in the 80s this weekend. Yakima, 80 degrees today, mostly cloudy tomorrow, 76. 68 and breezy Wednesday. That'll be the coolest day, and another warm up on the way by the end of the week and into the weekend. Jill?
Thank you for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next. Your local news is back tonight at 5, and you can always find the latest updates on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Have a great day.